The Bald Man and the Fly by Aesop with a video. The Bald Man and the Fly by Aesop with a video. Questions for discussion, moral of the short story, and vocabulary practice in real context for ESL students. Video of The Bald Man and the Fly. The Bald Man and the Fly. One summer afternoon, a bald man was sitting on a park bench, enjoying the sunshine. Suddenly, a fly landed on his shiny head and bit him. He felt the sting and quickly slapped his head to kill it. But he missed. The fly flew away unharmed, while the man ended up smacking himself hard. The fly came buzzing back and circled around his head, almost as if it were laughing. "You tried to kill me for one tiny bite," the fly said. "Now look what you've done. You hit yourself even harder." The bald man sighed and replied, "I don't mind the slap I gave myself because it wasn't on purpose. But as for you, nasty little pest, I'd gladly take a few more slaps if it meant getting rid of you once and for all." A few people nearby laughed when they saw what had happened. The man smiled awkwardly and realized how silly it was to lose his temper over a fly. He decided that next time he'd stay calm instead of reacting so quickly. Proverbs of the short story. Look before you leap. This proverb means you should think carefully before taking action. In the story, the bald man reacts too quickly and ends up hurting himself. The saying reminds us that acting without thinking, especially when angry or emotional, can lead to mistakes or problems that could easily be avoided with a moment of thought. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. This means you shouldn't treat a small problem as if it were a big one. The fly's bite was minor, but the bald man's overreaction turned it into something worse. The proverb teaches that sometimes we exaggerate small annoyances and make them more stressful than they really are. Anger is a bad advisor. This proverb means that decisions made in anger are usually unwise. When people are angry, they often lose control and act in ways they later regret, just like the bald man who slapped himself. The saying encourages us to calm down before making choices, because anger clouds judgment and leads to poor outcomes. English vocabulary in real context. Bald, having little or no hair on the head. Park bench, a long seat found in public parks where people can sit and rest. Landed, when something like an insect or bird comes down from the air and touches the surface. Sting, a small, sharp pain caused by something like an insect bite. Smacking, hitting something quickly and with force, often with the open hand. Unharmed, not hurt or damaged. Safe after something dangerous. Buzzing, the low, continuous sound made by flying insects like flies or bees. React, to respond to something that happens, especially quickly or emotionally. Annoyed, slightly angry or irritated because something is bothering you. Embarrassed, feeling shy, awkward, or foolish in front of others. Moral of the short story. This story reminds us that losing our temper over small problems often backfires. The bald man hurt himself while trying to get rid of something as tiny as a fly, showing how anger can make us act without thinking. In real life, people sometimes react in the same way, getting upset, shouting, or making rash decisions over things that don't really matter. When we let anger control us, we usually end up causing ourselves more pain, stress, or embarrassment than the original problem ever caused. It's wiser to pause, take a deep breath, and respond calmly instead of striking out in frustration. Patience and self-control not only protect us from unnecessary harm, but also help us see that most annoyances are too small to deserve such strong reactions. Discussion questions. What made the bald man hit his own head? How did the fly react after the man missed it? What lesson did the man learn at the end of the story? About the author. Dr. Muhammad Hossein Hariri ASL is an English and Persian instructor, educator, researcher, inventor, published author, blogger, SEO expert, website developer, entrepreneur, and the creator of LELB Society. He's got a PhD in TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. Number of posts, 4203. Related posts. The Belly and the Body Parts by Aesop with a video. English short stories. The Donkey, the Rooster, and the Lion by Aesop for ESL students. English short stories. The Cobbler Who Pretended to be a Doctor by Aesop for ESL students. English short stories. Related keywords. Aesop's fables: anger, control, emotional intelligence, insects, proverb, regret.